Hello YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Worcester series of Worcester Karting, or Karting with Teamsport. We are back here again in Teamsport Eastleigh, but we're not just back here for, I don't know, another practice session. This is our first 50 lap race. We are joined here with our good friend Austin. It's also his first 50 lap race, and going into said race, we are pretty sure that all chaos is going into especially lap 1 turn 1, because it's basically right after the line. I am starting in P10. Austin is starting directly ahead of me in P8. There are 12 cars on the grid, and well, we're just going to see how well we can do. I would also like to take this time, as you can see now, the camera angle is pretty terrible, but trust me guys, when the race gets started you will be able to see the karts around me. So if I am overtaking the kart, you should be able to see it, but you just can't see karts at the end of the straight. We do believe that we have got a really good camera angle now after all this time. We believe that we have a really good one that should be for good use with this karting, and that will be in the next video with the practice sessions. The marshal is currently just talking us through the grid start. Obviously myself and Austin need this to just make sure that we haven't missed anything, and I think the marshal's just gone to turn, start the lights now. Here you go, and it's green, and we're off racing. That's Austin directly ahead of us. We go wide because we're pretty sure all chaos is going to ensue, but we drop down to 11th place. I'll try to get, I think it's 10th back here from kart 27, but that doesn't work. We're still in lap 11, position 11, as we try to overtake the kart on the outside here. I think that's kart 33. We're going to go down on the run to turn 7 now. I will say I do forget to press the boost button quite a few times, and it goes red flag just here. This is just for the lights test, nothing has actually happened. But we stopped in the position where it gives me an opportunity, and you'll see right here, we go round the outside of turn 8, actually overtaking Austin on the corner, and I think 2 other cars on the straight. Because we have that overspeed, we are back up into P8. Damn, I should start using that move a lot more. Anyway, we're catching up to P7 here. We're actually all over there bump here, and we actually go for the inside, which I believe will give us P6, not just P7. We overtake 2 karts there to get up into P6. We're going to lose that here, P7. We go back down to P8, but then we're going to get P7 back on turn 8, and it's a yellow flag. And after that incident, I really want to go catch P6 now. We go on to lap 3. Yellow flag should end very shortly. And the green flag is being waved, and we're now going to overtake 6th down into turn 7 here. There you go, hit the apex, make sure we go wide. That is P6. And that is P5 ahead of me. It goes yellow flag, so we're going to have to wait for a bit. We are hoping that this yellow flag is going to go green at a very convenient time for us. 20 overtakes us, but lets us back through. Which is very nice of him, and noticing his mistake and correcting that. And we're going over green on this corner. Here we go, and we're going to try and take 5th down into turn 7. We are alongside P5, and we have got P5. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, ahead of us is P4. Now myself and Austin didn't expect to be up this high. We'd thought that we'd be, you know, upper midfield sort of area. We go for the move that turn 7 doesn't really work. But in the briefing room, when pretty much everyone else came in, we immediately got the vibe that they were all extremely experienced and that we were going to be fighting for not last. But as you can see, this wasn't the case. So when I find that when I actually catch up to this person, I know, or I'm pretty sure that they are P4, I felt really confident with myself as we're overtaking some back markers here. We go around the outside of turn 8, trying to get that overspeed, and we do get on kart 15 here. Now this driver in front of me, I think is a bit questionable, but it's nothing that I'm going to moan about. I say he's questionable. He just, every time I go for a move, he just doesn't really realise that I'm there. But then of course some of the moves some of them are not really on. I wasn't fully like alongside them for some of them, but I can remember being fully alongside him on one of the laps, and then just braking because I know he's going to turn in on me. But it's racing, so it doesn't really matter. And we're going to go yellow here. Now we're going to try and use this to our advantage, try and size up our opponent. And it goes back to green again. We're going to try and get the inside line going down into turn 7, and we brake later and essentially force our way through. And that is P3. I didn't even realise that I got up into P4, but I did. I was too focused on the guy in front of us that I didn't actually realise while editing this that one of the lapped cars was actually P4, but you probably saw that. So actually P3 into a podium position as it goes to red flag, and at this point I know this. Yeah, I am pretty sure I am P3, but P1 and P2 are so far ahead. I am now concentrating on just building such a big gap that hopefully when I can come out of my pit stop in the same position. Yes guys, there are pit stops. Yeah, I didn't think that there would be pit stops. I thought that the track was short enough to do 50 laps in one electric kart, but apparently not. I thought if there were pit stops, it would be like you get half a race in this, like you change car, we get like another grid start. But apparently that's not the case. We actually do pit stops, and it kind of works out for me, I would say. We go back to yellow, we're going to go back to green as we go on to lap 10. But yeah, now I'm just trying to build up the gap to P4. I don't even think I set my eyes on P2 because they're just so far ahead. But yeah, we could now review Austin's start. Yes, Austin's got his own footage. We realised in the briefing that actually they brought their head cams back, so Austin sees the opportunity to get one, and he has very kindly given us his footage. So let's see what his start looked like. Here we are on board of Austin. The marshal is just going to sort out the lights now. Yes, As you can see, Austin's footage is much better, or has a better angle than mine. So yeah. Anyway, the lights go green and Austin gets a pretty good start. He's starting in P8. He too is trying to avoid the absolute carnage of lap 1, turn 1. He's in 10th, and actually that's me trying to make the move on Austin, and Austin finds the inside going into turn 3. That's P9 for him, and he's now going to set his eyes on P8. Yeah, being quite cautious because we're all bunched together. He's going to go for maybe for the inside move. Nope, no, he gets cut off there, and it's a red flag. I think I'm just behind him for this red flag. Now when this red flag is lifted, you will see that I actually get the jump on Austin. I get him going round the outside of turn 8. I actually overtake 2 carts at turn 8 and get 1 down the straight. I know I picked up 3 the positions, not entirely sure where. Austin I think gets up into I think it's 10 here. If he wasn't already, he's going to go down to P11 due to that contact. He's got actually last place on his inside there. And someone spins at turn 7, that'll be a free position for him, and we got another yellow flag. Now, unfortunately, Austin's going to stay in P10 for a while. And yeah, so Austin had a fairly quiet race. I think he's going to be trying to get past the 2 carts in front of him this whole time, but he does stay in P10. So we're going to fast forward to the lap that he actually gains the position. Now this is lap 8 and we're just going on to lap 7. We're still with Austin. Austin hasn't really shaped for any moves yet, I don't believe so. So if he's sizing up cut number 20 here, I'm going to go down into turn 5. You're going to see a battle here, and I think he's just going to follow 20 down the inside perhaps. Nope, I think 2 of his opponents go wide, and I've only registered that as P9, and he actually spins here. He goes down to P11. I'm not entirely sure what happens with the positions. I'm just going off, Teamsport's timing system, so I'm not entirely sure if that is right. If I've registered the overtakes at the correct times. But Austin is now in P11. I think he just got into P10. But apparently that was a lapped vehicle or a lapped cart. But he is going to catch up to the carts in front quite quickly, actually. So we're going down to turn 1 and lap number 9. He hits the wall there. Turn 2, and there's actually a cart slowing in the track. I think his cart has actually died or has cut out. So Austin gets up into P10. And I believe that person is, I think, in 11th place now. I think behind Austin are like 2 leaders or something maybe. That will be P1 and P2, the people or the carters who are ahead of me. I could be completely wrong. I think one of them, I don't know, one of them could be P11, but I'm pretty sure the person whose cart has just died is in P11. Anyway, I'm going to cut to the green flag now. Okay, the green flag's just about to come out as we go down to turn 6 and turn 7. There you go. And Austin immediately loses a position, and you can hear him frustrated. I think he's saying that he overtook him under green flag, which obviously isn't the case. But it's not for a position. It's yeah, he was one of the leaders, so I'm not entirely sure why Austin is moaning. I just wanted to include that in because I personally found it quite, I wouldn't say amusing, but quite strange that, despite after speeding up, Austin thought he overtook him under yellows, but I'm not entirely sure what his thought process was there. I'm going to assume that he just thought he was for a position, but unfortunately Austin does stay in P10 for quite a long time now, so myself and Austin are pretty much found, I suppose, our comfy positions, if you would. We're going to be staying in these positions for a while now, so I'm going to cut to, I believe it's probably going to be the pit stops. In fact, it's not the pit stops yet. We're on lap 18 and I'm about to do something that not even myself, not even Austin thought would happen in this entire race. If you look ahead, we have is that kart number 20? I think it's kart number 20, but ahead of him is Austin. Yes guys, Austin. Myself, and I don't even think Austin thought, I didn't even think that I'd be lapping Austin sometime during this race, as I do a really questionable lunge. I think it's actually 31, I don't know, but it's Austin ahead, and I think he knows. After watching these videos back, I know he knows. We've overtaken either kart 20 or kart 31, not entirely sure who there was, and we now chase Austin onto lap number 20. That is him just in front of me. I don't think he wants this to happen. Neither of us were expecting this. So we're going to go for the inside line down into turn 7. He gives me the space. I basically give him a little cheeky wave. He actually gets me like the switchback though, and we get that done on the inside of turn 8. He is now firmly behind me. He's not going to come back at me apart from that spot there where I actually cut him off at turn 2. He was far back enough he shouldn't be making that lunge, but yet he is now fully behind me, and I can concentrate on continuing to build the gap. You know what? Let's see that from Austin's point of view. Anyway, it's pit stop time. I'm putting first on lap 23 from third position. Let's watch and see how it goes. I've dropped 4 positions down to P7 after that stop. This is Austin's stop on lap 24 from P10. Again, let's see how this goes. Austin's only dropped 1 position down to P11. The yellow flag is out, and this is why. Someone has stacked it into the barrier at turn 7. Unfortunately for Austin, that was not for position. I am on lap 28 and I'm about to get this back marker going into turn 7, but that's not it. We have P6, I believe it's P6 and P5 ahead of me, and I think P5 or P4 has just gone into the pit lane, so we get P6 from that. Not to mention that the back marker's also gotten past me, and the car who was in front of me, the guy in the purple suit. He is a back marker, and we've both now got to try to get back past him. It's not for position, so I thought this could be quite amusing as, yeah, that happens. I don't really want to talk about it, but it happened. So we're going on to lap 30 here, and I'm going to go down the inside of the guy in the purple suit in kart 35, and I think I'm actually going to get P5 just here. Yep, that was for position. We are into 5th place now, and the back marker is still ahead of us. We're going to attempt to catch up to him. Go around turn 7. This is probably going to occur on the next lap. This is Austin, and he is on lap 29. He is in P9 because he's overtaken, I think, 2 karts while they were in the pit lane. But going on to lap 30, he gets overtaken by kart behind one of the back markers that gets pushed into the wall twice. This causes him to lose a position because the kart behind that back marker, I believe, was actually P10. So he's been overtaken because a back marker, or maybe it was P10 themselves, has actually put Austin into the wall. Austin is audibly and understandably quite frustrated, so he's going to go ahead and try and take that position back. I'm now going on to lap 40, and I have made it up into 3rd place because I have overtaken some people in the pit lane. We've got a yellow flag now because that person has spun. Austin is now in a position he is now going to have in which he's going to have a quiet rest of the race. We go back to green flag and we go down into turn 7 here. I want to make a questionable move, but now we're going to see someone who believes in the art of punting to pass. As I get punted at turn 7, something that Austin did to me a while ago during a practice. But at this point I'm quite angry because I know that I had that corner. By the time he hit me, I was essentially turning in for the apex. I think my front wheels were at the apex, and I'm fuming at this point. It's not until after I looked at the positions I realised that was actually for position. Yeah, the guy who punted me finished 3rd, and I wasn't particularly happy about that. I was pretty sure he was going to pass me anyway, but the way he did, that's what gets me. I know it's just a karting race, but you shouldn't be overtaking like that. Anyway, moans aside, let's just crack on and let's try and secure this 4th position. But I'm not done yet, because on lap 45 this happens. Yep, while trying to get past what I believe is a marker, I get past for 5th place. It's a much cleaner move, so I'm much happier to accept this. But unfortunately, I've gone from 3rd place to 5th in just a couple of laps. I am now on my final lap, and 4th place has driven pretty much into the distance. Well, actually I think that's him right there, but I'm not close enough. I'm going to come across the line in P5. We were 2 whole laps behind first place. And Austin finishes the race in P9, 4 laps behind the leader. But you guys know that we can't finish the video until I've showcased our fastest laps of the race. So here they are, starting with mine. My fastest lap was set on lap 31. And my fastest lap was a 31.717. My personal best and the first time that I have gone under 32 seconds. Austin set his fastest lap on lap 39. Despite the swearing, Austin set a 32.839, his personal best and his first time, setting a time under 33 seconds. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this episode. I understand the camera angle probably didn't make the video very engaging, but if you watched the full video, thank you so much. Next time we're going for a practice session at Eastleigh again, where I believe that we will have a pretty good camera angle. Fingers crossed. Anyway guys, until that video comes out, or another one does, I don't know. Yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please smash that like button down below, and while you're there you may as well go ahead and smack that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss when that hopefully good video with a good camera angle comes out. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Anyway guys, until then, we'll now say goodbye.